Hello guys, your crazy coach lady Amanda Trombley here, and I made this video specifically to walk you guys through a few different breathing exercises, my all-time favorite nostril breathing, the traditionally used box count breathing, and then a couple ones that you can do with your children or that may work for you just fine if you have a vivid imagination or you need something quick and in the moment to slow you down. So the reason why I want to go over this video with you today is because of the importance of breathing when it comes to creating a wealthy mindset. It is so difficult to get anything done to grow exponentially if we are not first present with ourselves and connected to the universe as a whole. And in order to do that, we have to begin to learn how to slow down and correct our thoughts. We have to begin to become aware to what is happening around us and within us, and we have to begin to live in a state of presentness at all times. And the easiest, most simple, most quickest way to do that is by simply reconnecting with your breath. I've been using these techniques for many, many years, both with my clients and 100% in my own life. So to get right into it, box count breathing, this is something that my mom taught me when I was very, very small, but it is quite popular and most people know of this and have heard of it before. And the box count breathing method is simply in intervals of 4. So you breathe in for 4, you hold your breath for 4, and you breathe out for 4. Then you pause for 4 seconds and you begin again. So to show you an example of this real quick, here we're in the midst of chaos, we're trying to slow down, we're beginning a meditation, whatever's happening, and we settle upon that we need to do some deep breathing. So we're here and we breathe in, and then we hold, and then we breathe out, and then we hold for 4 seconds. And then we repeat this system 4 times. So we're holding for 4 seconds, our normal rhythm, breathing out, holding it right there, and then we're breathing in for 4 seconds. As you do this, you can see that you can feel that your lungs actually expand with more air than you typically breathe in on a regular basis. Then you're holding for 4 seconds, which is longer than you think when you're at max capacity in your lungs. Then you breathe out for 4 seconds, really pushing from your diaphragm all of that breath out of your body, and then you rest for 4 seconds before beginning again and repeating a total of 4 times. So that's the most common used breathing technique. Me personally, I like to take it a step further. I can't exactly quite remember when I stumbled upon nostril breathing, but it by far is my most favorite technique, and I think that it allows us to take our slowing down and our repurposing a little bit deeper. And so I'm going to walk you through that here before we do it. When it comes to nostril breathing, we're really focusing not only on breathing, but we're also focusing on feeling our body at max capacity. We're feeling the air in our lungs, in our throat, in our face, and we're beginning to get in tune with our body as it runs out of air, as it breathes in air, and as it pushes it out. So as you're doing this technique, I want you to keep that in mind, because that tuning in is what makes the difference, is part of what makes the difference when it comes to being connected and present with yourself and the universe around you. And so the nostril breathing, again, super simple, guys, we're just breathing here, is you plug one nostril and you breathe in for a solid 10 seconds. What you're doing here is you're breathing in for so long that you actually begin to feel the breath come all the way from your tummy through your lungs, feel your lungs with mass capacity, and you're beginning to feel that weight of the breath. Then you hold it for another solid 10 seconds, or until you absolutely can't hold it anymore, till you start to feel that burning and that need for release from your breath. And then you push it out again for 10 seconds, breathing everything out until you have nothing left to expel from your lungs. Then you rest for a second and you use your other nostril to do the same thing, plugging one nostril and breathing it in. Now, when I first came across this method, I believe it said to repeat on each side 5 times. But I will be honest with you guys, when I do this method for myself, I usually don't do past 2 times on each side because it works so profoundly. It instantly places you in the correct spot. So we're going to do it together here just really quick. We're plugging one nostril, whatever feels comfortable for you, and we're breathing in and remembering we're focusing our mind's energy not on what's surrounding us, but what's taking place in our body. Just like that, and then we repeat on the other side. Super simple, but even in watching this video, you can actually see that I go from sitting in my normal position to actually stretching up as I take such a deep breath and actually releasing that all. So this is a full mind-body exercise here that is so super duper simple. Now, another one quick thing that I love for kids, but can also 100% be used for you, is our 5-star breathing. We're making our little star with our hands, and we begin to start right here at the base of our wrist, and we breathe in as we go up, and we breathe out as we go down. So we start here, and we follow and trace along our hands, which visually gives us something to look at, something to center us, as well as does that same thing when it comes to some breathing to slow us down. So to do it together, we're in, out. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And we just do that, one on each hand, to make sure that we have the time to get centered, or teach our children to do this as a fun, easy exercise so that they know how to calm themselves down and center themselves within their body. The last exercise that I want to talk to you about is bubble breathing. Obviously, this is something we use more for children, but again, if this is something you'd like to do, you can totally do. When it comes to bubble breathing, we teach the kids to get their little bubble blower ready, and we teach them to dip it into the bubbles, and then as we come up, as we move the bubbles from here to our mouth, we're actually going to suck in air, and then we blow out our bubbles. And if you want big bubbles, we do big breaths out. And if we want small bubbles, we dip in and we And a little fun exercise to do with them when you've finished is they get to go around imaginatively, obviously, and pop each an individual bubble, which allows them, again, to play with their active imagination, to have something to physically do, to visualize at the same time as slowing down. So I hope this video was helpful as far as getting across some breathing techniques in order to slow you down and get you present with yourself and help you manage chaos and anxiety in your life. Stay tuned for the next one.